the socials.
Attention, the following broadcast has been approved by Outcasted OC. Viewer discretion is advised. Incoming transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Outcasted OC podcast. How are you all feeling first and foremost this morning / evening?
Better than Reese's.
Fabulous.
Hey, look, I was going to mention him and say we are thinking of you during this time. For those of you who cannot visually see us and are listening to us via audio, our brother Reese, our bloodline cohort, is not here today as he is unfortunately unwell. Which, hey, look, these things happen. You can't help it. So we're wishing you well, wishing you a speedy recovery to be back with us next week. So we were going to do something that Reese had planned, but unfortunately, because he's not here and he's unwell, we have just decided to switch lanes. So we're going to talk about some recent talking points and some recent things that have happened within wrestling within the last couple of weeks across all brands, not just WWE specific. So maybe we'll start with Ross and what he's got to talk about in terms of AEW, New Japan, Stardom, and then we'll kind of go more towards the WWE side of things, Wrestlemania, because I feel like that will be a longer conversation. So Ross, do you want to start us off?
So New Japan literally has just finished one of their biggest tournaments, which is known as the New Japan Cup. With the New Japan Cup, whoever wins this gets a number one opportunity at the next major pay-per-view to go against the current world heavyweight title. That being, this year is very interesting because Naito currently holds the belt, and his stablemate Yota Tsuji has won the tournament and said that I'm going to be the new blood. I'm going to be the new era of New Japan. If I have to step over Naito to do it, even though Naito is the leader of Los Ingobernables, I will do it. And I think that is an incredible storyline. I can't wait to see that. In that tournament, we had Jack Perry doing some very interesting matches. He has officially joined the faction known as House of Torture, which is a spin-off group of Bullet Club. And he basically alluded he's staying at Japan for a longer time, basically full time, which is pretty cool. I liked his promos. Very much if you're all upset about it, go complain, cry about it. He's really
milking Crimea River for all he can.
And it's great. I thought that was awesome. We just had a match announced for Windy City Riot, which is their next pay-per-view that they're doing in the US territory. We're going to have Nick Nemeth versus Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, no.
And I love my boy Ishii. Stone Pitbull is badass, so they're going to have a very hard-hitting match, which I'm here for. We once again, Jack Perry versus Shota Umino is happening there. They're continuing that feud, so I'm happy with that. And last but not least, I think this is very crucial going into what we're leading into. Julia is having her wind down of Stardom. She just had one of the biggest matches against her utmost rival, and the way that match finished told a very unique story of...
Is she still champion?
No. She's she dropped one of about... I think she's still New Japan strong, but I don't think she is Stardom champion anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, she literally fought against her rival, and her rival started wailing on her. They were slapping each other as hard as they can. And then the rival started crying on top of her, not wanting to punch her anymore. And it came across that's kind of my way of saying goodbye. And Julia kind of left a very open-ended mic response. So if this is the way they're slowly writing her out, I'm kind of here for that. But I don't want it to affect the other stable members, because you've got Tekla, who's one of my absolute favorites. She's known as the Toxic Spider. She's from Austria. And she moved all the way to Japan to carry on being in Stardom, has this really quick style about her. And I don't want her to get lost in translation as soon as Julia's left. I hope she picks up the faction and becomes like the pseudo new leader or something like that. We will have to see where that goes. But it's cool because Julia might be coming to either WWE or an AEW. And then, yeah, AEW, I'm not going to stay here long because I'm still very angry at this. I'd be
around that it's like, don't think about it too much.
Too much.
It's you right now.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston is no longer the Triple Crown. He just lost his Continental Championship to Kazuchika Okada. The reason I'm not happy about this, and I think a couple of guys will agree with me, I kind of made this very clear. Tony Khan had the same opportunity with other wrestlers that he hired to put them in the championship spotlight, give them a belt very early on, and he kind of never did. Ruby Soho is one that I land on straight away. You hired her in, you made a massive deal how she's never been a champion, put her in the championship match, she still lost. Like, you give it to Okada, but not Ruby Soho. Like, what?
While we're on the topic of Ruby Soho, I'd just like to plug a little thing and say Ruby Soho is the signature for this month, next month's WrestleCrate. If you don't subscribe to WrestleCrate, go subscribe to WrestleCrate. Use code JustG92 because you'll get some free stuff.
Look at you go. I would plug mine, but you done it already, so I don't need to do mine. You're all good.
I don't have
down in the
WrestleCrate.
description below.
Oh, whatever. I need to milk the shit out of that.
Do you know what's even more hilarious? WrestleCrate follow me yet have not messaged me about doing any collaboration work.
Because you get the stuff from G.
Yeah, true. It's very true. I get most.
Why would they
Well, to
send
be
two
fair,
boxes
I only
to
get
the
the
same household?
t-shirts. G hogs all the pins. That's her favorite thing.
The pins are the coolest part.
Yeah,
What do
they
you
are.
mean?
Them stained glass pins are. I wish I had. Have you got one to hand? Because they are beautiful.
Nah, I can run and grab one though.
Courtney, have you got one to hand?
Do I have one to grab? Of course I do. Just give me one second.
Mine are all in the bedroom.
I was gonna say mine are like awesome.
I can confidently tell you, hand on heart, that I have the WrestleMania 40 main event right in front of me.
Oh, nice.
Well,
That's
Cody
sick.
and Roman.
I don't have the Cody one. That is the only one I'm missing. I need
It's
it.
sick. I literally keep them on the piece of cardboard because I don't want to take them off.
I love them.
I've
They're
got
beautiful.
5 of them. I've got those 2, and then the most recent one I got was CM Punk.
Yes.
Yeah, you got Pepsi
Punk.
Feed.
I got Pepsi Phil, and then I got Shawn Michaels and someone that we do not name on this channel.
He is
Yes.
cancelled. Yeah, he got cancelled.
Can't name him.
Anyway,
anyway.
back on the AEW.
Back to
talk.
AEW.
I was gonna say there's a couple of last major things with AEW I think we could all talk about. Adam Copeland, now 2-time TNT champion, finally defeated Christian in an I Quit match. Loved it. Glad he's champion. I hope he has a long run with the belt.
Talking about Edge, did you see Santi's reaction video to them singing Edge's theme? They were so loud.
They really were.
You could have honestly maybe compared it to Clash, actually.
Do you know what's also awesome about that? Did you not see what gear he was wearing?
Yeah, he wore the Toronto jacket that he wore in his last match at WWE.
He finished WWE.
Yeah, I did.
I proper teared up when I saw that. I was like, oh, it's a full circle thing. God damn it.
I clocked the jacket straight away. I was like, oh my
same.
goodness. I'm like, is that his WWE gear? Which, like, he didn't make it specifically for that. Like, a lot of his gear is quite generic, so that he can
it's like,
wear it whenever.
he has it for whatever he needs it for, type of thing. Yeah.
I personally think, I don't know how to say it, but I'll pose it as a question. Do you think that I Quit match should have actually been saved for like Dynasty or something like that? Or do you think maybe because of the location, because they're both Canadian, that's the reason why they pushed the match?
You got to remember he got taken out at Toronto. He didn't get to have the first match properly with him in Toronto, and it didn't happen at the pay-per-view like they wanted it to. So having it at a Dynamite in Toronto, I think was just as good, if not better, because that, as you said there, that's pay-per-view level matches on free television. Yeah. And I'm never going to knock those type of matches. Because to me, when I watched that, when I looked at the AEW card, I was like, yo, this basically has the build-up of a pay-per-view. Kingston versus Okada for a title match. Edge Christian title match. I ain't going to complain.
Yeah, maybe they could build it up into a trilogy and have that final match on a PLE or something like that.
Also, women's wrestling got such a spotlight on AEW. They need to keep doing it. that Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue.
Yeah.
Such a banger match. And then seeing Mercedes Moné have her debut and then come in and get involved with the girls. It's just good time to be a fan of like female wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think AEW especially have all the pieces to make a really good division. They just I think they personally really just need someone who's really strong at booking women's wrestling. I think if it's someone who's not Tony, who's booking women's wrestling, I feel like it will get the proper spotlight that it deserves.
Tony doesn't book it, by the way. It's Kenny Omega that books the women's division. No, it's Kenny. And Kenny's openly said he doesn't know the best way to book a lot of non-overseas talent because he knows how the Joshi talent will be.
Yeah, he said like Rio and...
Yeah, he said he openly admitted he struggled with the booking with the first couple of years.
They have people like Saraya on hand who has done GMing.
Oh yeah.
I was just going to suggest that. That's always an option, but I mean,
I think they've actively started doing that as well. They've looked at what the talent they've got and spoke to them. Like, if need be, I know there's a couple of people, even if they were like ring ready to retire, they could still be backstage. Like your Saraya, your Serena D, your Thunder Rosa. Like. The only other thing I say, I don't know what's going on with Britt. I don't know if it is an injury. I don't know if it's not. But sort her out, get her back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw Britt's tweet not too long ago so somebody tweeted, I think it was a tweet, I'm not entirely sure, don't hold me to that, but somebody said something to Britt about why she hadn't been on TV, and she responded saying, when Tony needs me, he'll call me. With
and then she also was on Ring the Bell, which is that YouTube channel that's for women's wrestling, and the guy DS, he actually spoke with her. I remember saying this when it happened, but he asked her, he's like, why have you not been on AEW television? And she basically just responded by saying, the AEW fans are very vocal about what they want and what they don't want, and they said that they don't want me around, so I'm not. Why would I push myself to be around if they don't want it? So maybe
it's a shame.
It could have maybe come off the time of Britt being pushed quite a bit, and maybe the fans got quite burnt out of it, so that's why they were responding that way. But I personally just I don't know, like just even on a personal level, regardless of wrestling. If it's on a personal level and someone says that they don't want you around, like that's got to hurt in some way. You know,
100%.
You've sacrificed a lot of your time, your health, your family for this, and people are just going to go ahead and say, we don't want you. That's pretty shit to hear. I'm not going to lie. Like,
100%. I think a part of it is potentially her playing into she's about to go back heel, potentially join Adam Cole in Undisputed.
Well, now that Mercedes is face.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So it gives that option. And then it also, if Britt does turn back heel, Jamie Hayter versus Britt is already set itself up there perfectly.
Yeah. Don't know how they'll get to it, but it would get it.
Because no one's going to boo Hayter. Like, no one.
No, she's incredible.
Exactly.
Speaking of AEW, quickly, I obviously sent in the group chat yesterday that apparently Tony Khan is still mad about Jack Perry and obviously losing Punk.
I saw this.
Do you want to air out some of your thoughts when it comes to that?
They're both as bad as each other. They're both to blame.
No, really.
You can't turn around and say, oh, it's Jack Perry's fault. He cost me CM Punk. Brother, you booked him around the same time when they were beefing. If you knew they were going to fight each other backstage, you would have happily separated their matches several hours apart.
He's probably only saying that because of seeing CM Punk's success in WWE.
What success,
like I said too, he's gonna make.
I don't want to sound like an arsehole, but what success? He hasn't saw CM Punk do anything.
CM Punk is one of the top-selling merch right now.
Yeah, because of name alone, he was the same. In
exactly,
AEW.
He doesn't have to physically be there. Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Everyone's pushing him. Okay,
had he not been injured, he would be in the Wrestlemania. And I feel like he's going to be, but we will talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Let me reword it then. What I'm saying is there is no in-ring work. There is no storyline stuff that has made
what are you on about?
Tony Khan.
His Rumble performance was incredible.
He got injured.
Incredibly bad because he should have won. Fuck you mean?
You know what? CM Punk has cost me a great WrestleMania main event.
Hey, look, we might get it at like a SummerSlam or like next year's WrestleMania.
I'm going to put it this way. Fragile ego, fragile body, fragile mind.
Oh my
He
God.
had it coming.
Please do not let Erica hear you saying any of this. Do you know what? I might even clip that and send it to her.
Hey, look, Erica, look, I just want to put out a formal statement to everybody who likes CM Punk, Lana included as well. G and I do not share the values, opinions, and beliefs of our boy Mugen Ross over here. We are formally cutting ties with him after this episode because the slander for Pepsi Phil, Larry's father, is just absolutely out of line.
Do you know what?
And I think the sentiment is very true for me and G to say that we do work with children and we are tired and we are old and we are beaten up. So
hey guys, there's this bakery down the road. I really recommend it. They do some really good muffins.
Why are you out here trying to recommend a bakery? Bakeries are closed right now where you're at. No one can go there even if they wanted to. Bakeries will close at 5?
No.
Anyway.
We got to that places open till like midnight by us.
What, Denny's doesn't count?
Man, this is a Denny's.
Okay.
We don't even have a Denny's. Do you know where the closest Denny's is for us? That's in Wales. That's like a whole different, like, 3 hours away. But no, like, the whole Punk thing, I think it's dumb. I don't get why Dave Meltzer's coming out and being like, Tony's still pissed. Until we actually hear from Tony's mouth. Why would I need to believe Dave Meltzer once again?
Well, why believe Dave Meltzer anyway?
Yeah,
exactly.
I was going to say that.
Guys, remember, Dave Meltzer is so accurate that he turned around and said that freaking Perth was going to really undersell.
Oh, yeah. We fucking proved him wrong, didn't we?
Like,
man's out here saying they've only sold 7,000 tickets. Man, he read the wrong line. They had 7,000 tickets left at that point in time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think we need to start our own ranking Twitter and we'll just overtake Dave Meltzer.
No,
well, no, because then I'd be biased and put my own matches at 5-star.
You're not told. It's just me and Courtney.
That's fine then.
He makes a Twitter to rank his own match.
Yeah, you know what? That's going to be my new gimmick.
You've got a Twitter. You could just start ranking your own matches.
That's actually going to be my new gimmick. Every match I do, I'm going to literally rank my own match now.
Oh my God. Thanks, Court.
It's a joke. It's a joke. That's not my gimmick. I have.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, it's just a prank, bro. But let's get into it. Let's talk without like going too in depth because obviously we need to save that for the Mania's prediction. Let's talk about Mania then, shall we?
Should we talk about the thing that's happening? A couple of things that are happening Mania week before Mania itself.
Yes.
Oh yes,
the biggest one. I would like to say.
Is it?
We have the Bray Wyatt documentary coming out on the 1st of April.
Oh yeah, it is 1st of April.
I have from several sources because I know people want to know. So it is going to be airing on Peacock. Peacock is connected to the network. It will be on the network for everyone else.
Hey!
Hey! Love that. Don't want to find an illegal site to have to stream it off.
So yeah, Bray Wyatt documentary, the 1st of April. Man,
I do. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
And we were gonna have the Fiend return. We literally had. They showed what the new Fiend was gonna be, and the melted away mask. Oh.
I'm like it. I was literally talking. Like I can't even speak.
I actually do want to hear what you have to say about it because obviously I've seen a lot of videos going around, and I thought that you would put one up, but you haven't said anything.
So I made one, but I was literally like unable to speak, and I didn't post it in the end. I'm gonna try and make another one where I'm like a bit more formal with my words, but I couldn't post it because it was too much. So the second I saw that it was coming out, I obviously started. The first thing I did was send it to Alyssa because obviously we connected through the Fiend and Bray, and we were chatting about it, and we were just like, it's going to be such a heavy watch, such an emotional watch for a lot of wrestling and Bray Wyatt fans. As you know, Bray Wyatt is my all-time favorite wrestler and always will be my all-time favorite wrestler.
Same.
Like, there's so much I want from this documentary that I don't want to set myself up to expect that and then be disappointed by it, if that makes sense. But I just hope we get to see like the behind the scenes of Bray's mind and the creativity of the ways he he decided to build things, you know, like I'd love to know where the idea for the Funhouse came from, where the idea for the Fiend came from. If they have that kind of footage anywhere, that is what I want to see. But
I also really want to see if they openly speak about Bo Dallas and be like, look, was Bo Dallas howdy? What was his?
It was in the trailer.
I know that, but what I mean is, like, are they actually going to openly speak about the storyline and what Bo's part was going to be? Like, is Bo going to pull back the curtain and speak his side of it? And because we know Undertaker is narrating.
Oh, yeah.
I would genuinely love for the podcast to end with Undertaker saying what was the last thing he said to Bray.
I've heard him say in interviews before that he's not going to. I think he wants to keep
I know, but
between the two of them. But even giving us an insight as to what was said without actually saying verbatim what was said. Like this is like your main point here. I wouldn't mind if you kind of dance around what. Yeah, you dance around.
You give us the idea,
so that you can give us that closure of what you said to him.
I suppose to the Undertaker, that was his last.
Yeah, that would have been probably the last. Yeah. And it might be something he wants to hold near and dear to himself and keep that as an everlasting memory of him and Bray. And it just, I remember reading something a couple months after he'd passed that there was a documentary in production. I think I'd mentioned it to you guys briefly while we were all chatting about different things, and it might have got like forgotten about in the chat, which is totally fine. When it comes to these WWE documentaries, I now try to go in with an open mind. I know that sometimes as wrestling fans, we want to see certain things and we sometimes set our expectations a bit too high. I've tried to like give myself that mindset now with WWE programming, you know, big shows, documentaries, to go in with an open mind. And a lot of the times when you do that, you actually come out feeling a lot better about what you've seen. So I know there's things that we want to see from it. I don't want people to kind of think that we're going to see something and we might not get that.
Yeah, I think even if we don't get any behind the scenes of creations of things that Bray had, even just sitting and listening to all his family, all the obviously because JoJo's going to be in it, his dad's going to be in it, Mike Rotunda, and a bunch of other people will talk. Just hearing them and like WWE superstars, people he's worked with, talk so positively about him and how great his mind was. I think that will just be some kind of closure for the fans that obviously haven't come to terms with the fact that he's fully gone.
Yeah, and that is the one thing that we really should be focusing on the most is the family and the friends getting to share their experiences and share the stories that they have and how great of a person he was. I definitely think that's something that we should be focusing on the most. As I said in my video that I posted about it, because that took me quite a while to like get my thoughts together. I didn't post it the day of because I was like, I need to kind of think about what I'm going to say.
Formulate it.
Not formulate it, but just think about it from all angles. And obviously it's an emotional topic and I didn't want to have that overshadowed by what I was trying to say. But it's one of those things where my brain and my heart are on two completely different pages when it comes to this. Like my brain is slowly starting to realize he's not here anymore. But my heart just can't take that as an answer. And I don't know if you guys can relate or if you've had similar experiences with that where, you know, you're trying to tell yourself this is actually how it is, but like your heart just can't accept that. Like you just feel like he's going to come back and you feel like he's going to reappear and have another match or whatever. It just, it really weighs heavy on you. Like it's just,
it does.
100%.
Yeah, but I'm excited for the documentary. I like that we get to see Triple H in it, which is quite cool. So
I'm just excited to see all the props and stuff as well, like the additional stuff we never got to see.
To be fair, as well, it will probably be because I 100% guarantee Alexa Bliss will be in there, and it's probably only been recorded in the past few months, so it'll probably be the first time we've seen Alexa Bliss on TV in like the longest time as well.
Yeah, true.
I saw her in the trailer for it, as well as JoJo, and as soon as I saw JoJo, I just got emotional. I was like, God.
Oh, I just cried anyway. I know, no matter how long the documentary is, I will cry from beginning to end.
Yeah, I'll restock my tissues and make sure I'm good to go. So I'm happy that it's happening, but I just feel like we're talking about it as much as we can, and I feel like we're not going to be ready for when it happens. So
100%.
It'll be an amazing watch.
It's a week on Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, Yeah, I think so. It's starting off WrestleMania week, so
what a great way to start off WrestleMania week.
And then following that as well, something that completely shocked me was Shayna Baszler debuting for GCW. I was like, I literally saw the graphic and I was like, excuse me, has she gone? And then I realized.
My first thought was, wait, has she left WWE?
Yeah, because I didn't hear anything about it. And then obviously
GCW.
And then isn't she going up against Marsha?
Yeah.
Oof.
From
isn't like part of GCW owned by TKO or something that allows them? No.
GCW is self-owned.
Oh, okay.
They are just very good at what they damn do.
See, I didn't know if there was some kind of like collaboration to allow Shayna
like we did with TNA,
like with Impact,
I think basically what's happening is Triple H is testing the waters to see how wrestlers do around the Mania weekend, going and doing different spots. Well, if they're not going to wrestle at Mania, might as well make them go to a different promotion.
This is what I was going to say. You know, like how wrestling companies, like, it's all about the money. It's all about where the money goes, who's their biggest seller, etc., etc. So if your wrestlers aren't on TV, why are you not selling them out to other companies like footballers in times they're not being used?
Yeah, 100%. Like I've been saying, that's where New Japan really strived, is when talent weren't being used, or these new guys have come in, but they're very green. They'll send them to the UK, get them build up in the UK for a while under Rev Pro, then bring it back to Japan. Shota Umino, Yota Tsuji, both went to Rev Pro and crafted their skills in Rev Pro to then come back. It's what you need to do.
I think this is also...
It's why I praise AEW doing that, where AEW lets them go do all the indie shows, because those indie talent will go to the bigger shows.
Yeah. But that's it. When you've got the likes of Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, a bunch of other female talent that aren't doing much, they could be promoting in other companies, you know, the smaller companies.
Yeah.
Like they have done with Shayna Baszler. Obviously, when I said sell them out to other companies, I didn't mean.
You mean capital off their?
What you're meaning is give them.
I get what you mean. Yeah,
you're giving them.
Obviously, discuss it with them, not just go. You're going to Impact this weekend. Off you go. I've made 20 mil from it.
Yeah.
No, but what you mean? But what you actually meant, the way you said it about football, made it make a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, she gave an example.
Players.
Yeah. They put them on loan. So what they do is the company will pay to have one of the other players go and play for that team for a little bit of time.
That's what I meant.
In wrestling. Yeah.
I think 100%. If anything, this just if people are still debating whether or not Vince McMahon is in charge of WWE,
that shows
we would not see these kind of moves come from him. Honestly,
no.
Triple H obviously understands the independent scene. He's probably worked on the independent scene before. He gets that a lot of wrestlers come from the indies. I think when I sent the thing to you guys, I was like, oh, we love a self-aware king or something like that. It's like...
Because there is one, if Triple H can pull the strings, there is one match I really want to happen. I just want to see it happen.
What is that match that you want to see?
I really want to see the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi, go against Tommaso Ciampa.
Nice.
I thought you were going to see Matt Cardona come back to WWE.
Oh,
yes!
No. Right.
Because this opens the door for that.
It does, but I'm going to state as how Matt Cardona said it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it how Matt Cardona said. He earns triple the amount on the indies compared to his WWE contract.
Yeah,
but do you think
he can go to any indie? So
but I was going to say, do you also think that's because when he left in WWE, he was Zack Ryder, and now he's gone and made this big name for himself outside? It would be like Cody Rhodes returning back to WWE after all that time and proving himself and proving his worth and proving that he's worth it and can get all of that money that he needs for the contract. You know, like you have like a $2 million contract when you start. You go ahead and make a big name for yourself and do all this cool stuff, and then you come back and earn like $6 million. Who's to say that wouldn't happen with Matt Cardona?
Speaking contracts, did you see people got upset about how much Mercedes money?
Apparently, she's making like 8 figures.
Yeah.
She's the highest.
So is Will Ospreay. Like,
yeah, but like when the likes of Charlotte Flair apparently is earning like $5 million, Becky Lynch only $5 million. I think when Sasha was talking, or Mercedes, I should say, when she was talking with WWE for a return, apparently she was asking for Charlotte Flair money, and they didn't want to give it to her, so she just got.
But she's 4 horsewomen.
Yeah, exactly. She is worth Charlotte Flair money. I know certain people are going to be like, no, she's not. I don't think she's that good.
I can know someone exactly in my head right now.
Yeah.
Is that Reese?
No. It's another bearded guy.
I'm not naming names. You know. Don't act like that.
I'll out him.
Oh!
TWG. Yeah, I'm calling you out.
Oh, we could say Stu. He wouldn't even care.
I know he wouldn't. That's why I said.
I just don't naming names. I like to allude to it, and then Ross is the one who goes ahead and shoots himself in the foot.
No, I'll shoot on anyone. Go on. I'll name names. I won't give off.
Right. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, Shayna Baszler to GCW is pretty cool.
Can't wait to see that. I'll have to watch.
So a couple more Mania things. So CM Punk was confirmed for the Raw before WrestleMania. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
But remember that Mania is on the 1st of April. That's April Fool's Day.
Do you mean the Raw? That Raw's on April Fool's Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Raw. Sorry, ignore me.
Yeah, but so's the Bray Wyatt. So's the Bray Wyatt.
And people were commenting on my video, being like, "Oh, do you think they're doing this Bray Wyatt documentary on April Fool's as a joke?" Why would you?
No.
What? Like, why?
But I
why
feel like the CM
all that effort to be like, fooled you.
Nah, CM Punk will come out.
Nah, that's really bad. But the CM Punk, I don't know.
He's gonna come back with the ice cream bar. He's gonna come back with the ice cream bar.
Can I tell you what I think is gonna happen? And I plan on.
Give us your story booking.
Hi, my name is Reese, and I'm gonna share my story with you. This is why I love Roman Reigns so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Just joking. No, so I've already filmed a video on this, so I'm happily gonna say it because I don't know when I'm gonna post that, but my thoughts are the same. I personally can see WWE putting CM Punk in the special guest referee spot. You know why? Because that would propel his storyline with Seth Rollins for whenever that's going to happen.
I like
him and Drew have beef. So if something happens in that,
Punk
and that could happen,
screws him out of the bell. Oh,
yeah.
I like
and then that could push the match between Drew and CM Punk for when he's healed for another big event, SummerSlam.
What about if Punk costs Drew and Seth the belt
because
with Damien by helping Damien?
Mm-hmm. Who knows? And now that Andrade is somewhat with Judgment Day.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
That segment was weird.
It was weird.
That was weird. Anyway, that's my theory on what they're going to do with CM Punk. Because when on Raw, when he was like, "You can't spell Philadelphia without Phil," it was very much giving you can't spell EST or WrestleMania without EST. I was like, doesn't hit the same, but they could do that.
But I just thought that the fact that he was going to be there, the Raw before WrestleMania, there's something's
going to happen to make a match happen. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my theory. I think they could
It'll
do that.
be either a match happens or he'll be involved as like a guest referee or commentary or something like that. Or Triple H will be like, "Oh no, they should do that." Triple H should walk out. Do you remember the old Raw segments where he's like, "We haven't got enough staff, so Punk, I need you on commentary." He took off his blazer, gave it to Punk, and Punk ran and went on to commentary. They need to do something like that.
I like Punk on commentary. I think he's funny. He just says outlandish shit, and that's why I like it. Put him in Pat McAfee. Here we get to go.
Oh my god, CM Punk and Pat McAfee, that'd be amazing. But I will only accept CM Punk on commentary so long as he has a can of Pepsi in front of him.
We love the self-aware king.
Speaking of commentary, I thought there was a really funny segment you guys might have missed over your head on Raw. Did you?
Was it the Becky leg drop one?
No, it was when
good,
it was Ricochet and Dom match. Michael Cole turned around and said, "Ricochet as fast as a puma."
No, I did. I heard that.
Yeah, and then Pat McAfee just goes, "Yeah, not many people talk about how fast pumas are," and they're both corpsing. You can hear them laughing on the mic, trying not to laugh at each other.
They're great. They are the best.
Yeah,
you will never change my mind.
I loved that because as a Prince Puma fan, like knowing Ricochet's history, I was like, "Yo, Cole, that was a perfect line." And then Pat McAfee just memed it. I was like, "God damn it!"
He knew what he did. He knew what he
did.
He knew what he did. Yeah, no, that was good. What was I going to say? Yeah, I just want to see him as the special guest ref. I feel like that would be so funny. Also, one other thing people are still not talking about Monday Night Raw is the mention of the Hardy Boys.
I was literally about to say. Also, speaking of special guests,
Matt and Rebby were at Raw.
Yeah, Rebby tried to fight Cole.
I think the segment might have gone over a few people's heads. So let me set the scene for you. Jey Uso comes out to cut a promo to Jimmy. Right. Yeah. Michael Cole references on commentary that it has only been 3 times that there has been a brother versus brother match at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 15, Brett versus Owen. No, WrestleMania 10. And then WrestleMania 25, Matt versus Jeff. So I was like, interesting. Why have they mentioned Matt and Jeff? And then obviously they mentioned Jimmy and Jay. And I thought to myself, I'm like, actually, this isn't the first time they've referenced somebody from another company within the last month, because when they were establishing Gunther as like the 640-day reign or something like that, they mentioned Chris Jericho.
They did, yeah.
So I was like, surely we get to see the Hardys come back. And obviously, with Rebby and Matt being there.
Rebby and Matt were at. And if you don't know like what's going on with AEW, obviously Matt Hardy's contract is very due to expire. And he was apparently literally like a week or so, and he was apparently asking Tony Khan to release Jeff Hardy. He was literally begging Tony Khan to release Jeff Hardy. Now, if that doesn't scream to me Hardy's to WWE, I don't know what else it is.
Well, because AEW contracts, they don't have non-compete clauses, don't they? They literally can just leave and go and start wrestling somewhere else.
The problem being, because of Jeff Hardy's
injury,
drunk incident and the injury, his contract time can be extended. Same with Matt and Matt's injury that took him off TV for a bit.
I don't know. Wait and see.
Oh no! Look. I'm gonna be the advocate of I want to see them wherever they are, and I want to see them happy. I know people are gonna make the argument Jeff needs to retire because he looks rusty in the ring. So does Matt. But for me, they just haven't always landed great. They're still trying to get their footing. They've not been booked right. And they are credible names for the tag division. Put them in that tag match. They will still shine.
Look, Hardy Boys versus DIY?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hardy Boys versus the Creeds?
Hardy Boys versus New Catch Republic. I'm here
Imperium?
For it. Imperium?
Like, come on. I get it. Like, people have been in my comments since I posted my video being like, oh, the Hardys are so washed up, blah, blah, blah. They're so crap. I personally just think they need to just come back and just do a retirement tour. Yeah. They can change their in-ring style because it's not going to be what it was when they were 20 or 30, being able to do everything that they did. You know, change their in-ring style a bit, preserve their bodies a little bit more. I feel like people just want to see them come back. Like, I don't know.
See, I love how me and you were on 2 completely different sides of TikTok, because you make a video about the Hardy Boys and people are like, they're crap, they're rubbish, whatever. I make a ranking video about tag teams. Put the Hardy Boys not at number 1. Hardy Boys are the best ever.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah. It was funny because someone commented something about like the Hardy Boys being like really bad, and I tagged Marissa in it because I was like, I know she loves the Hardys. And I was like, did I read this right? And she went ahead and schooled the guy. I don't even think I sent this to you guys in the group chat, but she basically was like, his name was Vinny. And she was like, when Vinny learns how to put a profile picture on his account, then I'll listen to his opinion. And I was like,
I love
you
Marissa
go, girl.
so much.
I was like, far out, man. I was like, I couldn't even. I was like,
Right.
oh my god, that's
But
so funny.
I'll also back this statement. There is literally one scene I can have in my head, and I will take it every moment.
I'll close my eyes so I can picture this.
New Cats Republic versus the Hardy Boys. Intense match happening between the two of them. We see a Matt Hardy land on the floor. Pete Dunne climbing the ropes. Jeff Hardy sees his opportunity with a Tyler Blake being knocked out on the floor. Moonsault from Pete Dunne. Swanton from Jeff Hardy, landing both at the exact same time on both opponents would just be cinematography. It'd be
If Jeff Hardy came back to WWE, can we just have a swanton off between him and Tiffany, please?
Oh, please, that would be great.
I literally was just thinking that when I was having my drink, and I was like, I hope to God she says it. Sure enough, she did. Because they're not in the Hall of Fame, are they?
No.
They need to be.
But I have another one to throw out there. Would you want to see them come back as a babyface though? I'd really love to actually see heel Jeff Hardy.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
I don't mind.
Because there are a lot of heel tag teams already.
Just gonna say that.
Yeah.
But they started teasing him being heel in AEW, so I'd like to see him kind of carry that on of fuck these guys, I'm a veteran, I'll beat you regardless kind of character.
Yeah. I get that. Can I also say as well too, for all the people that have been going ahead and saying, oh, why would you bring Jeff Hardy back? He, got DUIs, blah, blah, blah. How many other people within WWE have done the same thing?
Usos.
How many other people have been, pulled over by cops and have charges against them? Like it's not, I'm not going to say it's uncommon, but Jeff's not the first one. So I feel like if you're going to hold him to that standard, you need to hold everybody else to that standard too.
Well, yeah, it's the exact same. You can't just keep doing it. Like, as I literally just said, like, it's not to bash the Usos on what's happened in their past and stuff, but they're in the Mania of one of the
They're in the picture of Mania. Like, that's
they're in the picture of Mania. They've got one of the biggest historical storyline matches, and they've had DUIs, the pair of them. Like,
yeah.
People have shady past. It happens.
While we're talking about tag teams, let's just quickly go over the tag team match for WrestleMania. So obviously we have a six-way tag team match with obviously Judgment Day, our champions. We've had qualified DIY, New Day, and Awesome Truth.
Did you forget my team?
Did you forget
my team?
Who?
New Cats Republic are also in.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
they've only done the qualifying matches.
They've
on
only
Monday
had
Night
4.
Raw.
We've got.
I thought they already qualified.
No.
Oh, fuck.
No, you're thinking of
DIY, New Day, and Awesome Truth.
Well, they're going to qualify.
Unpopular opinion here. I really don't think it should have been the New Day.
What?
Like, I really don't. I really don't. Because how many tag team matches have we seen the New Day in? I would have loved to see another team in there.
No, and I get that, but also I'd like them to continue the how many times have we won? We are the most amount of wins.
But also, how many times have you lost though? Sorry.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone.
I can't cope anymore.
I'm feeling a bit spicy today. But that's just my opinion. And
no, I get that, but I'm also gonna come. I'm also gonna come out of left field and be like, "Why is Awesome Truth in it? Don't need it."
Because they have beef with Judgment Day.
Yeah, but I don't need it just because you've got beef.
But what I can actually see happening is if Awesome Truth runs up the ladder and they grab both of the titles, then obviously they'll be like, we don't need 2 sets of titles. Let's hand one over to the other brand. Or you could see a situation where two different team members run up and they grab one of each strap, and that's how they split the titles.
I think that's what's going to happen.
They need to do that. They need to do it.
No, but honestly, when I was watching Monday Night Raw and I saw that Johnny and Tommaso are going to Mania for the first time, I was so happy. I literally sent Ross a picture. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy right now.
The only thing I'm slightly upset was it was at the cost of the Creed brothers, and I think Creeds should have been in this match. They put on stellar match. Like,
it was
do we have qualifying matches announced for the last 2 spots?
No,
Yeah,
I think they'll announce them on SmackDown.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then I'm thinking maybe the Street Profits as somebody in there.
Yeah, that could be good. They could, if they were going to bring the Hardy Boys back, though, they could find a way to have another team beat down on a team backstage, and that creates that vacant position on the day, and then that's when the Hardy Boys could come and fill it. But
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Judgment Day starts,
CM Punk's going to find a tag partner. He's going for tag bouts now.
Harry can't climb ladders. I've told you this already. He's a dog. He doesn't have the dog in him. Like, he's not able to.
What's the dog doing?
Honestly, please put Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker in that match. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also, Standard Deliver has a tag match that are happening, which is just before Mania. And there's some interesting tag teams in that one as well. Alpha Academy have got themselves involved. The Good Brothers are involved. Axiom and Nathan Fraser, like it's looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good. We're going to be spoiled that week. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, we jump into some of the WrestleMania plans that have obviously happened since last week. We had like 3 matches confirmed last week.
Go.
Jay.
Nice.
Yeet versus no Yeet.
Nah, he said
Styles
Yeet.
versus LA Knight.
But Jimmy said Yeet.
I know he did.
It's broken.
I'm very excited. I am very
Matt Hardy to WWE confirmed. Sorry. Delete. No, and then we've also got AJ and LA Knight.
Yes.
And then we also have Randy, Kevin, and Logan.
Yes.
That's going to be sick.
I've seen a lot of people saying that they're pissed that KO's in it because he's had his chance with Logan and he shouldn't be in it. But I think it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. 100% makes sense. And I'm sorry, I can't wait to see Randy Kevin Owens do an RKO stunner combo and Logan and then just stare each other down.
Yes!
Like, right, who's going to pin him?
Yeah, like we got to go after
each other.
Yeah,
we're going to have
exactly
another amazing WrestleMania RKO. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, hey, man. It's not going to trump this.
What if? This is just a theory, but what if? I think Logan will lose at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But what if it's not Kevin or Randy and they do make Damien Cash on
a
mid card? I'm so struck with the whole Damien thing that I can't see him successfully cashing in at any point.
I think if Pixie Phil wasn't around, I could see it. But that main event scene is so oversaturated at the moment that it makes it incredibly hard to actually
It's like obviously the Money in the Bank is for a world title. That's what you go for. But like, if Roman wins, he can't cash on Roman because we want him to beat Hulk Hogan's record. If Cody wins, why would you cash on Cody? He's just finished his story. He's a new champion. If Seth wins, okay, you could possibly cash in, but Seth's title reign could be a bit longer. If Drew wins, he's a new champion. Why would you cash in on him? It just doesn't make sense.
I said you do it on Drew on the day he wins to screw him over. You really push him into this like heel, like because right now he's in between being like I'm your savior, I'm your God, I'm your gift and your grace. You make him once again get the thunder stolen under him in front of a crowd when he's finally held the belt, have it stolen from him. That would make a monster heel. That would just dominate.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting. Like he's got until July.
Is the rule right? So I was going to ask this: is the ruling you have to cash in before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view happens?
Yeah.
Because I would have said, wouldn't it be interesting if he cashed in on Money in the Bank's actual next pay-per-view, like before the men's ladder match to get that briefcase, they have a championship match and he cashes it in then?
I don't know if they can do that. Would be cool though.
That's what I'm saying. If it's never been done before, that's one thing that could be new and different and be done.
I still believe the contract isn't in that briefcase. So,
do you know what would be also really cool? What if he cashed in to have another opportunity to go for the briefcase again. So he renews his contract.
He's like, I'm running out of time. I need another year, and then just.
I don't like that though. I don't like that.
No, I get that, but like, you know what I mean. I think it'd be cool to be like, oh, I'm inserting myself in the Money in the Bank match.
I feel like they've done this. Was it last year? Theory won, and he did.
The year before Theory won, and then he cashed.
Yeah, before, and they did like barely anything.
And that was a flop as well. So
was not great. Not great. I don't know. I think like it looked very possible, and at Survivor Series time that he would cash in successfully, and then I think with CM Punk's return, I think that's not only pushed it back. But it's also oversaturated that main event scene on Monday Night Raw. And it's really hard because Damian Priest felt like at Survivor Series he was very much in that conversation, and now people are not talking about it as much anymore. And I'm just going to personally throw this out there. I hate the idea of Money in the Bank being used on a mid-card title. The whole point of Money in the Bank is that a mid-card, it's to elevate mid-card to the main event scene. I just don't feel like it just pushes everything backwards. It completely defeats the point of Money in the Bank. Like, of course. But also, apparently, they're going to try and have 7 matches on Saturday and 7 matches on Sunday for Mania. So apparently there's 4 more matches being announced at some point. I don't know who, but if they are going to do like a women's
tag belts,
I was just going to say, if they're going to do a women's showcase match for the tag titles, isn't Asuka injured?
Is she injured?
Apparently so. After that segment that they had on Friday Night SmackDown, she was like seen visibly limping.
Oh.
Yeah. She rolled her ankle.
And she got pulled off live events for that weekend too.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But we'll see where it goes.
Those titles do be cursed, though. I will tell you that much.
Yeah, they really do.
Not good.
But no, it's been good.
One thing I really want to see with the Jay and Jimmy storyline, I want to see Rikishi get involved.
That'd be cool.
I'm so excited.
Rikishi is
right between the middle of them in the promo segment that was like someone called Rikishi.
Yeah.
Like you would not keep that sign up if you didn't think it was going to lead to somewhere in the future.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for that match.
I think it's going to be really good. I'm keen for it. I remember people saying when Jimmy and Jay were having their Ariel Helwani interview, when they were saying they want to have a one-on-one match at Mania, people are like, nah, we're not going to get that.
Wasn't that just after
How stupid do you feel now, though? Yeah. That was it, like Money in the Bank season.
Yeah. They were like, oh, our dream match before our careers are done is one-on-one.
Yep.
And I'm so excited. We knew it was coming. I knew deep down it was coming.
Who do you think's going to win it?
Jay.
It's got to be
Jimmy.
Jay.
Got to be Jay.
Who?
Yeet.
I think it's going to be Jimmy, and I think Jimmy's actually going to align with Jay after being like, I shouldn't have had to do this to you.
No, because they'll recreate the "I'm sorry, I love you" moment and super.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely think out of whoever wins, they will realign as the Usos again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I like Jay as a solo.
I think Tama Tonga's going to come out and help them.
Oh my god.
Really? Right, that's the end of the podcast. Goodbye, guys.
I was joking.
No, because you said it with full confidence. You were joking.
Well, I don't really have much else wrote down unless anybody else has got any.
2K24 has been doing some really cool stuff. A lot of the DLC is now lining itself up and has been out for a couple of weeks. Servers have been a bit bad, but other than that, the game is probably arguably one of the better ones. I've watched a lot of people do the storyline. I look forward to playing it when I get the chance. Showcase mode is really cool as well. I saw a lot of the showcase mode stuff. Bray has this weird new move where he literally can pick you up and like drain your soul.
Love that.
It looked really cool when I seen it. Yeah. And then and now training wrestling. So yeah, if you like your UK indie scenes, you might see me if you're ever in Birmingham.
Love that. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention about WrestleMania. Apparently, Downstate might come and do a live performance of Kingdom for Cody.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me that. That'd be sick.
We want Paramount, Bailey.
We can have multiple performances. What are you talking about? This
No,
is
Rhea
TKO now.
needs
They have
pretty
a
much-
shit ton of money.
Right, I was going to say, Rhea needs Motionless in White.
She needed
Bailey
it last
needs
year.
Paramore. Cody Rhodes needs Down Straight.
Rhea needed it last year, not this year.
Jimmy and Jey Uso need like some rapper that fits them, like how they had Little Uzi Vert last year.
Interesting.
LA Knight needs Wu-Tang Clan.
Uso is now.
Do you not remember? He's a massive Wu-Tang fan.
Yeah, no, I do. I do.
Yeah,
That's why I'm laughing.
But I'm putting out a petition for if Bailey gets Paramore, EO needs Poppy.
Oh yes, because Poppy used to do
different
stuff for her. That'd be cool.
But yeah, and I also saw this. I saw this morning as well too that Ronda Rousey has released a book and she just absolutely dogs on WWE.
She called it
really?
Yeah, she calls it a shit show and everything like that.
This is the same company that paid you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're just going to go in and show them.
You don't give a damn about a bad reputation.
No, she doesn't.
Oh my god, G, that was the worst joke you've ever made.
No, that was a perfect segue. You wouldn't recognize good humor if it slapped you in the face.
Oh, don't you fucking stop.
Because you're a part of Judgment Day. The rest of us are Bloodline members, my guy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'm pretty
Actually,
sure
because I am wearing a Judgment Day t-shirt.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure someone's wearing the Judgment Day right now and was more upset that I got in the Judgment Day and you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but I own the t-shirt, and Truth said I could be a part of it, so...
I own the t-shirts too.
Did Truth say you could be a part of the group, though?
Yeah. You DM'd me earlier.
As if.
Anyway.
You probably didn't mean to get me, though. You probably meant to get, like, Russell or something like that.
He's got the filter, which outcasted member are you? And he got you.
Yeah.
I will actually make that filter.
That'd be fun. You should do that. That'd be sick.
How easy is it to make a like an effect on?
I'm not sure. I've never tried.
I'm pretty sure it's quite easy. I know there's this one dude on TikTok who's like, he has like a luchador mask and he does like a.
Oh yeah.
So I speak to him sometimes.
Oh, that's really cool.
He always, whenever he makes a new filter, he sends it me in messages because he knows I do them straight away.
I love that.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, no, that's really cool.
Love that.
Yeah, because I see him post the filters. Like every time I go to save the filter, I'm like, it's this dude again.
Yeah,
he sends them to me because obviously, without being a little big headed, he knows I get good views on them. So obviously his filters are gonna get.
That's really cool. Without being big headed, I proceeds to be big.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go big?
Look, you're just being honest. There's nothing. We're all humble here, you know.
Take a slice of humble pie.
Yeah, I think we'll stop being humble when we earn money from TikTok. Like a large amount.
That's one thing I was actually going to say as well, though. I've really become humble to a lot of in-ring stuff wrestlers do now. Me just taking like a bump, like practicing a bump. I was like, how the fuck do people do this every single day?
Ask Luigi. He got injured from the bumps.
Yeah. Like, how's Luigi's recovery going, actually?
Can we have an update, please?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow, you haven't even visited him in the hospital. You put him in the hospital and you ain't even visited him.
I'm too scared to go because I feel like I'm going to get in that, the scene that Vince and Steve Austin had. I'm too afraid it's going to be like that. I don't want to get hit with a bedpan, so.
Will he be able to live out his WrestleMania main event dreams? Will he be able to finish his story?
When CM Punk has his Mania moment, yeah. Luigi will have his.
We want Luigi, justice for Luigi.
Oh my
justice for Luigi.
Get over it. Cry me a river. Because it was real glass.
Real glass.
Cry me a river. Okay.
Oh, but yeah, no, wrestling's fun. Mania week soon, and it's always fun when it's Mania week. We just have to see the build.
Obviously.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, you'll see us do live streams, predictions, all that.
There will be so much going on over Mania weekend.
I'm a little stressed about it.
If you don't follow our content,
Follow us on Instagram because that's where and Twitter because that's where we post most of our live updates. There will be so many lives over Mania weekend. There will be a schedule up at some point, but I don't know when.
We've got to figure out the schedule first before we upload the schedule.
And we have special guests, like our friends will be there with us. So yeah, special guests and people you will hear in the background giving their opinions as well, which is always cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long week.
Arguably, right,
the best week in history.
I was going to say, I'm so much more excited for this Mania than I was last year's Mania.
What?
Yeah, no, I genuinely like this.
What do you even mean?
I genuinely like this Mania's build more than last year.
I would have liked it more if Punk and Rollins were happening, but it's not.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
If we weren't getting Roman versus fucking Cody again.
I'm fine with that.
I literally don't give two shits about that match.
I just want Cody to win already. Like, I'm just so sick of it. Oh.
What the fuck happened then?
I don't know. I think he kicked you out.
You left and rejoined, apparently.
No, I didn't.
I didn't kick you.
My phone.
I didn't.
Okay, it's time for you to finish your story.
Anyway, are we wrapping up then, or have anyone got any final thoughts?
No, I think I've covered everything. Normally we have Reese come and do the outro, so it's a bit.
I'll do Reese today.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'll do it if you really want.
I love solos the color. That's actually.
What's up, guys? Here's my 40-minute essay on why the Bloodline is the greatest storyline in WWE history.
Wait, no, you know that 2-hour video that was like the unreality of wrestling? He needs to do like a full-blown 2-hour commentary about it.
I sent you that the unreality of wrestling.
Yes,
one.
you did.
I love that video. That video is so good.
The Bloodline.
Yeah, I love that video. I love Super Eye Patch one. But yeah, I'll do the outro. It's fine.
No, I want to do it.
Oh, do it then, G. Go on then.
Why don't you guys do a sentence each?
Okay.
Well, that's it for today, guys.
Find us out on our next video.
Which will be next Thursday when I don't know what we're doing yet because our schedule has completely been changed.
Okay.
Because illnesses happen. We usually are more better with our schedule. We will get on top of it.
This is so chaotic.
But stay tuned for Friday Night SmackDown review on Saturday.
And then Monday Night Raw review on Tuesday morning.
Oh my god.
Anyway, guys, that's it from us today. Stay tuned. Follow us on the socials below. We love you all. Get better, Reese. Catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Deuces.